Welcome to the training floor. I'm here today with shoe technician Perry Steinman. Perry's from Athlete's Foot in Stamford. He's going to talk today about the different shoes that people should wear and what they should look for when they're looking for sneakers. Perry, you want to tell us what type of sneakers people should be looking for?
Sure. First, getting the right shoe is definitely important to prevent injuries and also get the right mileage as far as how much you're running. Through all the different brands, whether you like Nike, New Balance, Asics, Brooks, and Zuno as well, they all make different sizes, widths, and different support shoes. So if you have a very low arch, there's something called medial post, which is a denser material in the arch area to keep the arch from collapsing, to help take pressure off the knees, lower back, help with plantar fasciitis, and also shin splints. If you have a medium to very high arch, you just want a straight cushion shoe where the cushioning will just come up and fill that arch area to guide you from heel to forefoot. So there's different mileages, lower end, lighter weight, so it all really personal preference on how long you're running and if you like a lighter shoe or a heavier shoe. Someone with a very flat foot is going to need something with an even denser medial post that will probably go from heel through the forefoot instead of just kind of right under the arch there. So then, there's also different cross trainers as well if you're doing hard lateral motion as well as forward motion. And pretty much that's the different support shoes, so you'd have to come in, we can take a look at your foot, even put you on our Atrix Linko scanner, which tells you different pressure points, and will tell you if you pronate, and can put an Linko orthotic made by Atrix in the shoe to also help take the pressure off the knees and back.
Now I've got a question. What if we have a client, like a lot of our clients, like Chris Wong here, who is an excellent runner who runs marathons and anything over 3 miles, she's in it. But anyway, a lot of my clients come to me and say that they're having knee problems. How much would a better shoe affect that?
Oh, well, basically why you're having the knee problems, if that arch is collapsing or rolling too far out, what's happening is even if the foundation of a house, if it's not stable, everything is going to be leaning in. So the ankles, knees, lower back, everything, the hips. So everything's going to be coming in and putting a lot of pressure on the knee. When you get a shoe that has that medial post or even just an orthotic or an arch cushion to lift the arch, everything's going to be rolling through the gate and pick everything up and make it even. That'll help take the pressure off.
What type of sneakers usually do that?
Anything with the medial post. Asics 2140s or Kayano for the higher mileage, New Balance 859s, 769s, 1224s. There's a bunch of different stuff. Mizuno, if you like a lighter weight running shoe, it's responsive cushioning, which actually there's nothing weighing down the shoe like an absorb or a gel cushion, and it's all responsive, so it kind of compresses and then kicks back, which makes the shoe lighter weight as well.
Another question a lot of my clients ask me is, when do they get new sneakers? Now, I know in the past when I was growing up, my mother said, look, if you didn't wear down the sole, you're not getting a new shoe, son. It's just, when is the time to change your shoe?
You can tell by looking at the sole, when everything starts to get compressed, you'll see folds in the rubber, it kind of just creases throughout the whole sole. Usually you'll start to feel it in the knees and back first. So once you start to feel that extra tension that hasn't been there for 2-3 months, then it's time to get a new pair.
What do you think the lifespan of a sneaker should be? If let's say I run like, and then I'm going to convert this to Chris because I know she runs a lot more mileage than I would ever think about running. But let's suppose that I run, let's say, 16 miles a week.
Say between 4 and 6 months.
4 to 6 months.
Now, it also depends on body weight and if you're getting that mid-mileage shoe or the high-mileage shoe. So if you're a lighter guy or a lighter woman, you can probably get away with the mid-mileage shoe for a little bit longer than if a heavier person was wearing it because it's going to compress it quicker. Also, if you get 2 pairs and rotate, when you have that other pair that you used the day before, everything's going to kind of come back up.
Right.
So you'll get a longer lifespan out of getting 2 shoes and rotating as well.
Okay. Now, Chris, you're an avid runner. If you had to calculate your mileage, how many miles do you think you run per week?
I run usually 30 to 35 miles a week.
So you definitely want a higher mileage shoe, something like the 1224s or a cushion shoe from New Balance, the 1063. And depending on your foot type, which we can actually take a look.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah. We can measure you up as well, because you never want the shoe too small. You always want within a thumb's width from the end of the toe to the end of the shoe. And of course,
I read that you're supposed to, for a running shoe, you're supposed to go up half a size,
yep,
which I've always done.
No,
Is that
definitely.
okay?
But every shoe's cut different, so you always got to try it on. I mean, I have shoe size 11 through 13, and I've measured them. They're all the same, different manufacturers. So this has your toe at the 6.5 line. So depending on the shoe, you go to 6.5 or 7. So just to give you that little bit of extra space, because every time you come down, the foot spreads, sideways as well as forward. So even just pressing down like that, you can see how the foot expands, and then higher impact is going to even go more. So if the shoe is too tight on the sides, you can develop a neuroma, which is a pinch nerve under the foot, and that's from not enough space for the foot to swell, and it's just pinching everything in. And if it's too short, you develop hammer toe, claw toe, you bruise your toenails, they fall off. Very painful, not fun, it's not worth it. Always get that extra space in the toe.
So you saying that, like, if somebody runs and their toenail falls off or their toe falls off, it's
Yep.
because the sneaker's not
The
long
shoe's too
enough?
small.
The
Yep.
shoe's too small.
Definitely.
Okay.
Unless they have some weird, foot disease, but definitely it's from the toe getting hit. But yeah, so I'd probably go like 6, 6.5. She has kind of a medium arch. Pronates a little bit, that's why you can kind of see a little bunion starting to form there, and that's from everything leaning in. So something with the medial post will actually help pick it up, but even though since you have a medium arch, you can just put an arch cushion in there, so it's not as hard, it's just a slight extra cushion that's not going to break down as fast as the regular sole of the sneaker. And Spanko makes those Linko Atrix orthotics as well.
I do most of my running on asphalt on the road. Are there
Okay.
shoes that are better?
Definitely
for
want
that
more
than-
cushion. Most of the road shoes have that extra cushion to take that impact. Where if you have a trail shoe, basically the construction of the sole is the same, it's just the outsole is more rugged, wider grip, so it grips the soft ground to kick it behind you. So you can use a trail shoe on the road, but I wouldn't use a road shoe on the trails if you like running on trails.
What is a trail shoe? What's an example of a trail shoe?
Asics makes the 2140, which is, they have a road shoe, but they also have a trail model. Most of the trail models do have a regular road model. Basically, they make a water-resistant upper. It's a little bit more durable for running through the woods. So anything's not going to really catch and tear the shoe. And also the sole, as I was saying, the grips on the bottom are more jagged, so it grabs the soft ground and kicks it behind you. So you're less likely to sprain your ankle on rocks or twigs, because it'll grab the soft ground.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. We appreciate your
No
time.
problem.
You want to tell the viewers where you guys are located?
Yep, the Ridgeway Shopping Center on Summer Street. We're right across from the Sicko Station and IHOP, right on the outside of the shopping center.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.